Welcome anyone to my YouTube channel. This is Everett, aka Two Beasts to Kill You, aka the Beast with the Least. And it's been a while since I recorded a video. Combination of, not really wanting to record a video. It's been very hot here in Southern California. Also been a little bit busy. But also, it's just some stuff I haven't really wanted to talk too much about, just by myself. Better in the podcast setting. But this I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about this. So, let's, actually, I'm forgetting my intro a little bit. Before we get into the topic, which will be the Xbox ROG Ally X stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and get into this. So, we now have an official date. October 16th. That's when they're going to release the Ally and Ally X. The Xbox Ally, Xbox Ally X. Cool. We also seem to have prices. Now, these aren't official as far as I know from Xbox themselves. They haven't come out and announced it. These are more, Wario64, if you follow him on Twitter /X. It's Best Buy listings. As you can see hopefully I have a screenshot up. The Ally is going to be $550. Ally X, $900. And then they have a charger dock, which I guess charges it, but also looks like it has USB-C and everything. So maybe and a HDMI 2.0, so maybe I'm assuming this so you can connect it to a TV and everything. That's going to be $100. In the case, $70. But yeah, as far as I can tell, I can't find an official, from Xbox and all that, or Asus, saying that these are the prices. But these look like these are the prices: $550, $900. Obviously expensive, and I mean, I'm looking to want to eventually get an Ally X. I know $900 is a lot of. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But when I could finally actually get one, I may want to do that because I want to be able to play. I like playing handheld. I like having my Switch too. Sometimes I play in handheld, but I think just especially in my job, on my breaks, sometimes downtime, things like that. Probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, being able to play games on on a handheld would be pretty cool. I've always kind of wanted to be able to play Gears on a handheld like that, not through my phone or anything. Yeah. So the prices are, one thing. Take them or leave them. I understand $900 is a lot. $550 is still a lot, but I think that's probably a little bit more negotiable in the mind of someone. Whatever you want to say. I don't know. I'm trying to be nice while also realizing that not everyone's going to want to spend $900 on a handheld device, no matter that it's a very powerful mini PC or something like that, or just a strong enough mini PC, basically. Things like that. But that's not really the main reason I wanted to have this video, because that's something that I could just talk about in the podcast. Why I really wanted to talk about this is obviously the narrative around it that's just popped up. Because you have obviously Xbox fanboys who are trying to be like, oh yeah, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread kind of shit. And it's look, as much as I like it and I would want one, I still understand hey, it's $900 fucking dollars for the best version, in which realistically that's what you want. You want the better version. You don't want the weaker one. You're going to want the better one, the more powerful one. And even the weaker one at $550, that's just a straight up console price right there. Well, relatively a console price, but yeah. So, there's that thing of like, say this is cool, you could play Game Pass through it, and you could download games and you could play your Steam games and things like that. That's awesome. You can say that stuff, that this is a really cool device, but you can also act accordingly and be like, but it's pretty fucking expensive. It's fair to call out that it's a very expensive device and it's a very niche device at that price. So, there's things like that. But there's also, on the other end, the PlayStation fanboys. And I should have a screenshot up here talking about showing this. So I'm just going to read. I'm not going to show who this was. I don't want anyone who happens to actually look at this video or, whatever. I don't want to somehow, as small as a channel as I am, I don't want to be somehow the reason this person gets dogpiled on, even though I don't think that would happen. And this tweet has been going out anyway, regardless, but yeah. So they put up a chart that's comparing the PlayStation Portal to the LCD Steam Deck and the OLED Steam Deck and the Ally X. And it says for console gamers, the only two metrics that matter are compatibility with their existing library of games and the price. The Xbox Ally X fails on both counts. It isn't a console. It can't play native Xbox apps. I think he meant games. Everyone warned you, and you didn't listen. Now, when it comes to this chart that he's put up, it is misleading. All right, it is a very just bullshit chart. So it shows the pictures of the different things, the different handhelds, and it says native console games. No, none available, no for all four. Which, notice what it said. Native console games. Meaning you can't play native console games. And yeah, no shit. You don't play Xbox console games. It's Xbox PC games. No, it doesn't mean every game you've bought on your Xbox is going to work. I know, and I do think it's kind of a dumb, tagline they've been putting, with the whole, this is an Xbox. I understand why they're using that as their marketing strategy or slogan or whatever. But it is a little misleading. Yes, I'm not going to, lie about that. But I understand why they're trying to be this is where you can play games from Xbox, because obviously Game Pass is their big thing, their big push. So anything that's on Game Pass can be played on this thing and can be downloaded. Anything that's on Steam can be played on this. So yes, and then there's obviously too, they have their Xbox Play Anywhere. So if there's a game that hey, yeah, if you buy it on the Xbox, you can play it on this, through the Xbox app on PC or through this, they have that. So that's why I think that part right there is really, you're trying to spin the narrative. You're making it seem different than what it actually is. Then it has, Remote Play Digital Library has yes for all. Stream games has yes for all. And then price, $200 for the Portal, $400 for the LCD Steam Deck, $650 for the OLED Steam Deck, and $900 for the Ally X. Again, they're trying. This is the PlayStation fanboys trying to, and I've seen this a lot recently. They're trying to be why would you buy an Ally X when you could just buy a PlayStation Portal, and get the same features basically? In essence, that's what they're saying. When in reality, that's not it at all. Yes, anything that's on the PlayStation 5 can be played through the Portal. And you can stream games on it too, through PlayStation Plus. But that's all it's for. You can't download anything onto the Portal. It's not meant for that. It's meant to be connected to the internet literally at all times, and then you play your games. Probably not great. I don't know. I don't like to stream games like that. Streaming sucks for gaming, especially playing games that I like to play. I like to play shooters and things like that, fast action games, or a game like Elden Ring or Dark Souls games. Where it's you kind of don't want to have lag a little bit. So yeah, it may be $200 for a PlayStation Portal, but it is a streaming tablet with a controller, cut in half, connected onto it. Whereas again, the Ally X is a mini PC with basically controllers on it and a screen to play on the go. That's what it is. Is it, gonna be the best way to play games? No. But this is for the enthusiast. Just the way like a Steam Deck is for the enthusiast. Someone who's like, I want a Steam Deck so I can, play my Steam games on it on the go. Or, PlayStation Portal. For the enthusiast who's maybe, or someone who has kids, like, I want to play my PlayStation, but the kids are watching TV, or they're playing something on it that's not on the PlayStation, on the TV or whatever. It's things like that. So, I'm just find this so laughable that we have to keep seeing this kind of idiocy on the internet. And you see a lot of people who are on that side just parrot that same information. And it's on both sides. Like I said, there's enough idiots on the Xbox side that are just trying to act like this is, they're like, oh, well, I could play all my PlayStation games on it. Like, you can play some of the PlayStation games on it because of Steam, but, it's not a PlayStation. It's not even an Xbox. It's a mini PC that's Xbox branded that can play Steam games, GOG, Epic Game Store. It's gonna have those storefronts, so it can play those games, but mainly for the Xbox storefront and Game Pass stuff. So, yeah, I just think it's all stupid. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of have my little rant about this, especially, the PlayStation people and how they have to downplay the Xbox Ally. There's one thing about hyping it up too much, but you can also downplay it, and that's, yeah. All right, I think that's enough for me to go on about. I'm just going to be spinning in circles here. So again, you like what I do on this channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good shit. And until next time, I'll catch you later.